What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. We see behind me, here it is, my 500 horsepower barn find. Not exactly a barn find, but definitely been sitting for a long time. I actually bought this truck with a big group of other vehicles off a private collection off a buddy of mine. And he bought this thing at auction a few years ago, didn't know a whole lot about it. And all I knew is first gen C10s. I've been on a hot streak with those, so I'm buying them all. And I had to bring this bad boy home. We threw a battery charger on. I never even heard it run until after I owned it. This thing rattles the ground. Posted a few pictures of it on Instagram, and next thing you know, I started getting some messages. Guy that had this thing previously was a shop in Virginia, and the truck had a Virginia title, so I knew they were on the right track. And he was saying, yeah, we had that truck in our shop. That thing will absolutely fly. And he started telling us about what all's been done to the motor in it. It's got a built small block Chevrolet in it. I mean, built to the hilt, all the good stuff. It's got a turbo 350 transmission with a manual valve body and a big stall converter in it. It's got a Dana rear end under the back. It's been mini tubbed, sitting on slicks. And this truck was a purpose-built vehicle. It wasn't a hot rod or a street rod. This thing was made to get, if you catch my drift. And actually, it was actually a little probably too good at that, because the reason that the shop got the truck, the guy that was messaging me, was it was actually bought at a police auction. This thing was actually seized by the Virginia Highway Patrol for street racing. They actually took this man's vehicle away from him. And, I didn't know who that guy was. And like I said, it's just passed through several hands since then. And it ends up here in South Carolina, right here at Rabbit's Used Cars. And the story goes on with this truck. And that's what I like about it, because it's outdated. I mean, this thing is literally a rolling set of parachute pants. But the truck has a rock solid body on it. No rust. It's got a few dings in it, things like that. Obviously the tacky purple flames and the pearl white paint and the purple window tint. But all that stuff can be changed. It's got great bones. The truck runs and drives out phenomenal. All the lights work nice, the dash is nice, even the interior's pretty decent in it. And it's a great place to start to build a truck versus dragging one out. Well, first of all, you're not gonna find short bed trucks sitting in the field anymore. All those trucks have been picked over. So this is a great way to do some cosmetics on this thing, because the bones are so good, and make something totally new. And I actually sold this truck to a guy in Texas that's gonna do just that. And you gotta think about it, this truck with a respray and play with the wheels and tires a little bit, hunker it down. Next thing you know, you got a brand new street machine all over again. And that's what I like about these trucks. They live on. I mean, and they don't die. They just keep going on. And think about the things this truck saw. It's 50 years old. And this thing was a work truck at one time, and people hauled wood in it and worked with it. And then somebody was drag racing with it. It was seized by the police. And then it sits in a garage for years in the back of a garage collecting dust. Then it ends up here on camera. The next thing you know, it ends up in Texas. That's what I love about these things, is how the story just keeps going with these trucks. And the things that they see, it's like they never die. They change hands, they change states, but the truck's still there. And that's something that's really cool about it. And, people give me a hard time all the time about this thing. Everybody that comes in here is making fun of the purple flames and all that stuff, and all the 90s throwback jokes and all of that stuff with these things. And I love to give those LS guys a hard time. I say, yeah, that new LS you just put in your truck? That's what guys 10 years from now are gonna be saying about your truck. You gotta watch with the fads, guys, or you're gonna end up just like this thing. But you know what? It's nothing that can't be fixed. The C10 market is so hot right now. I mean, these trucks are bringing uber money, and short bed trucks are getting harder and harder to find, to the point where they're even cutting down long bed trucks and making short bed trucks out of them. And that's a big thing, is finding good examples of short bed trucks. Being in the collector car market, being in this field, you got to be able to dig through the crap to find that diamond in the rough. And that's something that I love. I mean, it's not trucks sitting out in fields or behind barns or things like that. It's, trucks like this that have a cool story behind them, that it's got a phenomenal body. And yeah, it's been built. And yeah, it's a little outdated, but the bones are good. And you know what? That makes for killer trucks. At the end of the day, I mean, you got to think about it. This truck's been built damn near 30 years, and it doesn't have a rust bubble on it. It has any signs, really, of bad body work or anything like that. Like I said, it's got a few dings from sitting around and things fell against it and stuff like that. But all in all, the truck's there. That's something to say. I mean, not a lot of 30-year-old restorations can say that. So that's a really big thing. And like I said, this thing's going to Texas. The guy's going to redo it. This is going to be a fun drag truck, a fun little street strip truck. You can drive to the drag strip, you can drive to a cruise in. It's kind of a lot of fun, and And I see with the street outlaw guys and all the street racing stuff and all that is getting so big now that I really see in the near future this market actually even coming back and even strong to a point. I mean, you're starting to see patina stuff starting to fade, and everybody's wondering what's going to be the next big thing. And I think it's going to be the pro street stuff. It's going to make a resurgence in the market. So I ain't saying go run out and buy every pro street car you can get your hands on, but I see them getting popular really soon. And that's all you get for free. We'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars. Can you hear me? Am I on? Is this thing on? Do I need to speak into my right tit? Hello? So professional. It's what I like about you. Just give me the damn thing.
Barn find.
You suck at life. Hey guys, welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. How long is that? That's way too short. Way.
You were talking really fast.
I always do. What you see here. Well,
Everyone's gonna be like, hey, something has a glitch with the camera or something?
whoa. Roar. Where are we at time? Crap. You got my money? Hung up on me. I guess we'll catch you next time. Do that one more time. Without it popping through the jaws.
That was embarrassing.
That's horrible. Horrible. Like, I've got like MC Hammer playing in my head right now. Too legit to quit. Too legit to quit. Before your time? No, I'm not gonna. I'll show you the hammer. Oh man. So when I got married the first time, I had to pay for all the catering, and they wanted chicken fingers. And it was gonna be like X amount of dollars for so many chicken fingers. Well, I had a lot of fat people in my family coming, and I'm like, I'm not taking these holes to raise. So I told them, I said, can you just throw some more beaks and claws in there or something? I actually wanted to have tickets at my wedding. So when you brought a gift, you got a ticket, and that was your food ticket to get something to eat. If you didn't bring a gift, no food for you. I got married 2 times to get a damn KitchenAid mixer and still didn't get one cheap. My mom actually bought one for me for Christmas one year so I could stop getting married. Well, when I go into somebody's house and I see a $400 cake mixer on the counter, I know they have made it.
That last sending was like this. That's all you get for free.
That's all you get for free.
You smell it? It smells good, doesn't
Get out
it?
of the car.
Do the 6-shooter. Oh, man. I guess I can roll this turd whistle. It's close enough. We'll fluff it some.